welcome back to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and our odd show as we look forward to the visits of wonderful Copenhagen. Yes, FC Copenhagen. Yes, I think I was there for the last time they came back in the O's, wasn't it? Late O's. Champions League Group G, match day 3, of course, Wednesday the 5th of October, 8 p.m. And of course, we do play them away next as well. So, a couple of wins here and 12 points from 4 games, and that'll be about it, won't it? Through to the last 32, is it? Last 32, 60, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, the last 32, isn't it? Of course. Yeah, so I'm going to look at some of the value on this game as far as the bookies. Not a lot of value today. A bit of a struggle. Obviously, the bookies are expecting a one-sided game, as are most people. It'll be interesting to see, depending on how many changes Pep makes. That's going to be the problem. So please, I don't condone gambling, and please, when the fun stops, stop. That's all we can say with this. Just a bit of fun, just a bit of interest. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. I do everything City, past, present, and forever, of course. And there will be a preview show for the Copenhagen game as well. And if you give time, leave us your comment, leave us your bets, what you're having a flutter on, what you're having a go on, what you fancy yourself, and please, and give us a thumbs up. You make an old City fan very happy, right? Yes, all these prices as at the 1st of October 2022. Yeah, it's a bit of a busy time coming up with City, so I'm having to sort of get that out as long as the odds are there on the websites were sorted. Win Champions League. Are we going to do that this season? Well, a lot of people hope so. A lot of players are being positive and saying that's what they want to do. 2-1 favourite still. Yep, so you can lay it if you want. I'm not doing it. I used to do it a few years back when we were keen favourites. I never thought we'd win it, but now I'm just laying off it. I'm not doing it. I'm not laying City anymore. 2-1. And the next favourites are PSG 5-1. Bayern Munich 11-2, so City are pretty firm favourites. The match odds themselves, ridiculous really, against Copenhagen. City are 1-20 on, so yes, if you put 20 quid on, you get £21 back. I won't be chancing that one, no matter how obvious it seems to be. Copenhagen 40-1. Not bad for the Copenhagen fans. And a draw is 12-1. This is my starting 11 for my little reasons and machinations on this. Please check out my preview show. Edison, although I have got an argument for Ortega for this one, but I'm going to stick with Edison. I think Pep wants to make sure he wins this. Edison, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Ake. Left back. Now we've got a problem with Walker after the derby. Gundogan, Palmer, KDB. And it's got to be either him or Foden, I think. One of the two, whoever's fit enough and lively enough after the United game. And up front, I can't see anything past Grealish, Alvarez and Mahrez. Yeah, I think Haaland will get a rest. So please, as I said, check out my preview show. So that's five changes, I think, looking at that from the derby lineup. Copenhagen haven't been very good. But of course, the problem with City is we start making up to six changes, but we're not as usually as efficient, are we? So, yeah, I'm going to have to be careful with this one. We do want to win it, and as I say, even though they've not been playing that well, Copenhagen, they could suddenly turn that into some good form. They were champions last season. They're struggling this season. So I think we will win this, but it might not be as comprehensive as some people are thinking. First goal scorer, Alvarez, 11-4. Okay, Mahrez 11-2, Grealish 13-2. The only one I'd probably look at would be probably Gundogan. I think Gundogan will play. And of course, penalty-wise, if we get a penalty, I think Gundogan will step up. As I say, there's no Haaland on the pitch, and I think Gundogan's our main guy. So he's 8-1, which I think is a good price, first goal scorer. Anytime goal scorer, if you take those guys I've just mentioned, Alvarez goes to 8-13. Mahrez 11-8, Grealish 13-8, but Gundogan get 21-10 on Gundogan. And as I said, KDB could play, and he's always worth a gander at that as well. Ake's an interesting one because I think Ake will play, like from a set piece or something. He's keen, isn't he? He's keen to get up there, and why not score? Why not? He's due a goal, and why not a goal against Copenhagen? So you get 8-1 on Ake. And interestingly enough, you get to score 2 or more goals. I'm fancying. So like Alvarez will be in his element, I think. He'll enjoy himself anyway. I'm not saying he's going to get some great, as great a service. Perhaps if KDB isn't there, if KDB is there, he will do. But to score 2 or more goals, you can get 5-2 on Alvarez. So I quite like that price. Half time, full time, it's got to be City, surely, but the bookies know that, so it's 1-3 on. If you think Copenhagen will do all right first half and a draw and then City to win, that's 10-3. Correct score, yeah, no goals yet for Copenhagen in this Champions League group. So it will be disappointing if they break the duck against us. But as I said, probably slightly weaker team. And if Ortega's in there, I think the chances go up slightly. I'm not saying Ederson is the be all and end all, but yeah, I think there's a chance they might sneak one in this game and surprise everyone. But as of yet, they've not. But if you look at the scores, 2-0 for City, 6-1, 3-0, which I'm fancying a 2 or 3-0 in all fairness on this. I don't think it's going to be a rout by any means. It's 5-1, 3-0, 4-0 is 13-2, and 5-0 is 10-1. But if you do fancy the old minnows Copenhagen to score, you can get 3-1, that's 11-1, and 4-1 City win is 14-1. Goals under over, yeah, 3.5 is 8-11. I think that's a bit mean. Can you see 4 goals in this game? I can see 2 or 3 definitely, but even 8-11 but over 3.5 is harsh. So, but you've got to go to over 4.5 to get a 13-8, and I don't know. I don't fancy that. As I say, it might be, Copenhagen might fall into a hole, but I don't think they've got anything to lose with this. I think they'll have a go, and I just can't see. I think it'll be quite defensive. And we might not have the ammunition all the time to break them down. Certainly, no big 6'5" striker up there. Winning margin, yeah. As I said, I think City's going to be say 5 or 6 changes, so it's going to be a weaker team. So I can only see a 2 or 3 goal winning margin. But as I say, there's no real value in that. I mean, a 1 goal winning margin is 9-2, a 2 goal is 3-1, and a 3 goal is 3-1. And if you go up to 4 plus, I mean, the bookies think it's going to be a right. I don't think it is. So really, you could Dutch the other options, and 4 plus is 9-5. So that's the firm favourite. But I don't think it will be. I'll be surprised if it is a high scoring game. If we win by 3-0, that for me, which what Dortmund beat them, didn't they, 3-0? I think it's probably very similar. Both teams to score, yes, with a less, if you like, with a City team with a few changes and guys who are not quite used to playing with each other. Even though the bookies think it's going to be a no, 4-7 on. What's wrong with yes at 6-4? 3-1 or a 4-1 or something like that. I can see that. So that's interesting on the both teams to score. So there you go. That's my little look at the odds, a little bit of value. Let me know what you're doing, mate. I would say my best value bet, it's just a couple. The Alvarez double's an interesting one at 5-2. I wouldn't mind a little bit longer than that, but 5-2 will do. And I said, just as a little quirky thing, both teams to score. I have no doubt or no faith that Copenhagen will turn us over or anything silly like that. I think City will win this, but I think they might just sneak one. I mean, defensively, we just battered a crappy United team and they scored 3 goals. So there's always that possibility, as I said, against a team with a few changes as well. There you go. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you're having a go on. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. And even if it's after the event, let me know what you had a go on. Some interesting bets. A lot of you'd like to do like different things. First goal scorer and City to do this. The various combinations which I sort of steer clear of. But let me know what you're doing, and it would be great to hear from you. Anyway, until we meet again. Oh, that's one thing, don't we? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.